we're getting ahead of ourselves. Selena and Anita, please, from Styx Living Laboratory Trust. Hello.
Kia ora koutou katoa, ko Anita Spencer taku ingoa, and this is Selena Coombs, our lead advocacy volunteer. I'm the program manager for Project Kotari, which is a 5-year MFE funded project that the Trust is running. And yeah, we're presenting on our Trust submission about the draft annual plan. So for those of you that don't already know, the Trust is a local river care group that's volunteer-led, and we're dedicated to the restoration and protection of the Puhara Kikinui Styx River. The catchment area, it's about 7,000 hectares, and it starts in the headwaters in Harewood and meanders down to Brooklands, and it's a bit of a hidden gem. It's probably Christchurch's forgotten river. I've lost track of the number of people that say to me when we're running events that they never knew this was here. So we're trying to change that. So the Trust was formed out of a process that the council ran back in 2000. The Trust's 25 years old now, and that process was led by Christine Heremiah, a council planner, and we came up with a 40-year vision for the Trust, and we've got 5 visions, one of which is to create a viable spring-fed ecosystem in the river. The second one is to create a source-to-sea experience so that people will be able to walk, bike, kayak down the river. The third one is to create a living laboratory, so that's around learning and teaching about the environment and undertaking research. Our fourth one is to make the Styx a place to be, so that when we talk about it, people do know where it is and can sort of have a picture of it in their minds. And the fifth one is fostering partnerships, so no one organisation can do it all. It takes teamwork from the community members and organisations to make all these visions come to life. And the Trust was founded on Vision 3 about the living laboratory, but we work to do all 5 of them. And I'll pass over to Selena to talk specifically about the annual plan.
Yeah. So as Anita has mentioned, we are advocates for protecting the health and values of the Puhara Kikinui, and so we generally support all initiatives which reduce contaminants, pollution, sediment, and assist with establishing the Puhara Kikinui as a viable spring-fed river ecosystem. The Styx Living Laboratory Trust strongly supports the increase in stormwater drainage funding, as it is currently a major source of contamination in the Styx River. We support the increased funding for the Styx Mill Road transfer stations, in particular the ones listed above, as it is essential to upgrade facilities to accommodate the growing demand with increasing developments and usage of the transfer stations. We have some recommendations for the council to consider. Firstly, funding should continue to be reassessed in future annual plans to ensure it is meeting our growing demands. As stated in our original submission on the long-term plan last year, the Trust is concerned that the funding is not distributed appropriately. We require more evenly spread out spending for ecological improvement projects, most notably 65209, which is the Styx River Regional Parks Restoration, and 65238, which is the Coastal Plains Threatened Species and Habitat Management. While the Trust strongly supports the initiatives, we note that in each case, more than half of the allocated funds are to be spent in the final 3 years of the long-term plan, which we consider risk the values of this being deferred or not eventuating. In the annual draft plan, we would like clarification on the council's plan to retime the 3.4 million for the Styx Mill Reserve wetland. Point number 4, the Puharakikini Source to Sea walkway will be included as a parks and heritage item in the long-term plan. The Styx is currently collaborating with landowners to establish suitable riparian margins in line with the vision for the walkway. In addition to this, there are ongoing efforts to strengthen existing easements and develop unformed legal roads along the route. Some properties still need to be acquired in order to complete the necessary connections for the Source to Sea walkway. Completing it will create a substantial natural habitat corridor and add a significant quality of life for the people in Christchurch. With the major ecological restoration project Kotari due to finish in 2026, the later half of the 10-year plan is an ideal time for the council to begin developing the walkway so the people of Christchurch have the best access to this natural asset. Land acquisitions costs will likely continue to increase in the future, so increasing the importance of investing in this community asset would be good. We would like to clarify lastly, we would also like to clarify if the community partnership fund, which was valued at 350,000 in the long-term plan, which was ending in July 2024, has been merged into the environmental climate change partnership fund. As we did the calculations and the summary of grants now reflects an amount of $700,000. So we were wondering if those amounts were merged together. But yeah, thank you.
Right, sorry. Questions, anybody? Please. No. All right, here we've got a couple. Sarah and then Celeste.
Thanks so much for that. Could you clarify on your other question on the funding, the retiming of 3.4 million? You've questioned, you've said clarification on it, but
Yeah.
why is it important, that funding and that piece of work? The High-Stead Styx Mill Reserve wetland.
Yes, so usually I present with Jackie and she deals with the fund. She deals with the funding. Yeah. So I probably would need to ask Jackie about the specifics of the projects and
Yeah, it's just like you've asked for clarification on the retiming. If there's
I
a
think it
problem
was
with it being
just-
pushed out, we need to know that. Yeah.
I think it was just clarifying why it was being retimed.
Yeah, and it might just be 3.4 million of the project as opposed to the whole project. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
thanks.
Because the corner where that is, I actually thought that whole job had been finished, but it'll be interesting to see. So the wetland you're talking about. Okay. But we one of our staff, Anthony Shadbolt, is actively involved with your guys. So grab him.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So I'm sure he'll help in any way. Celeste, did you have a question?
No, I think that was it really. Maybe you could just give a bit more detail about why you think the Source to Sea walkway, you might have touched on that, it should be included as a Parks and Heritage item. Did you say where it's currently listed?
It's currently not listed.
Oh, it isn't at all.
Yeah. I looked through the long-term plan and it wasn't. So I thought maybe if it wasn't in the long-term plan, it could be incorporated into the. Yeah.
And the reason is because we'd need funding for that. Possibly?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Pauline.
you.
Time for one more.
Certainly here.
Was that Source to? Thanks for coming in. Was that Source to Sea walkway? Have we overcome that problem with the private landowners where the walkway has to go through there?
I think they're still negotiations going on
Still
with
going
some
on.
of them. A lot that we've talked to are supportive of it, and the work that we've been doing planting, we've been leaving space for that path through it on private land.
Because we have to move the fences back, don't we, or something like that. That's quite problematic. So maybe we can find out where that's at, and also you're wondering whether there's funding in the LTP for it.
Yeah.
Yep. So can we find that out as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Righto.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the
Thank
work
you
you're
very
doing.
much for going to the trouble. Good to see you. Okay, Keith Harris, please.